Aloha everybody and welcome back to part 11 of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. I apologize for the lateness of this video. It's been a week since part 10 and there should have been 2 videos before that, but you know, summer started. It's pretty hot. Sometimes I get a little bit lazy. This weekend I wanted to have a video ready for Monday, but my neighbors decided to do construction, so I keep hearing like hammers banging and I keep hearing power drills going off and buzzsaws, and that stuff actually picks up on the microphone because my walls are not super paper thin, you know? And I don't want to be doing part 11 right now and then all you hear is so I postponed this upload a little bit, but this playthrough probably should have been done by now. And I just wanted to say that for the rest of the playthrough, there's only 6 parts left. I'm going to be uploading a part every single day. So today, tomorrow, the day after that, until it is done, until it is complete. And then I'm going to be working on Final Fantasy 13 too, because I know a lot of Final Fantasy fans have been asking about that. Yes, Clement Remembers Final Fantasy is still going. I am recording Final Fantasy 13 too as we speak. And that video will be next after Goemon. So, yeah, I apologize for the lateness, but we're going to get a boatload of videos this week, and this playthrough will be ending today. Well, not today, but this month. Oh, Goemon! Oh, Mitsu? Well, what are you doing here? Well, I'm on my way to Kyushu on a delivery. What? All the way from Oedo Town to Kyushu? Yes, that's right. Ever since our business was featured in Gourmet magazine, the phone just won't quit ringing for deliveries. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm in a hurry. See you later. That's Goemon's girlfriend, by the way. We went through all that trouble to get this far. Did Omitsu come all this way with those dumplings? Yeah, she got through all the enemies and the obstacles. I don't know how she did it. But either way, Omitsu's going to Kyushu. We gotta follow her. What are we talking about? We should be headed for Kyushu, where the Peach Mountain guys went. So let's do this. Omitsu! You shouldn't be going to Kyushu right now! We have a problem here! Kyushu is separated from Japan and has disappeared. What should we do? That's easy. We've got to go after Omitsu. Or should I say, go after Kyushu? But how? I know. When lost for answers, we should ask the fortune teller. Yeah, because he's the guide. He's the walkthrough guy. When you don't know what to do next in the game, you talk to the fortune teller. But yeah, folks, we're not going to Kyushu right away because Kyushu has been sucked up into some weird black goopy black hole and Goemon's girlfriend is gone. Which is why I'm humping the ground, because he needs to have some way to, you know, get off, so. I don't know why they hump the ground when they're crawling around, but that's the way Goemon rolls. And, yeah. So we're gonna go back to Oedo Town. Again, there's fortune tellers in, like, every single town, but it just so happens where I need to go is in Oedo Town. So let's just cut the backtracking. Let's just cut the busy work out of the way and just go to where I need to go, right? Thank God this game has fast travel. Thank the Lord for that. Can you imagine if I have to go the whole way? Hey, Hey, long time no see! The next area you must enter is... I think it's to the east of Musashi. You'll find Musashi as you pass through the gate into this town. Or at least, that's what my gut feeling is. Thanks, buddy. That's super helpful. The northeast! Metal chest! The northeast! Metal chest! Musashi's metal chest! Wait, maybe I'm being a bit too obvious. Hey, man. The more you tell me how to beat this game, the happier I am. I don't want to be lost. I don't want to be confused. I don't even need to talk to the fortune teller, really. That guy helped me, but... How do I move the metal chest? That's what you're wondering, right? We saw the metal chest back in part 4. We couldn't budge it. We couldn't move it. We can't go to that area. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to gain the ability to move that chest and explore the next area. So, let's go see Plasma Man. Oh yeah, I love that sound. And all we need is 10 Rio. And by the way, I have enough cash to handle all of the mandatory moments where I need to pay money to progress with the story, so we're good. In a cold region to your north, there is Mount Fear, where it snows. There, you shall meet someone who will be of great help to you, Plasma. However, you must first go to Oedo Town to undergo one training session, Plasma. Training session? Huh? What does that mean? Either way, everyone's dancing, so I'm gonna hump the ground. It looks like a soft carpet, okay? I want to be lying on that carpet. You ever have a piece of fabric that just feels so good to lie on that you might accidentally sleep there? Accidentally sleep there, you know? Not saying I sleep on the floor often, but, you know, if you got the right carpet, who knows? I might be swayed, I might be motivated. I'm just saying. So, all of the NPCs have new things to say, once again, but the only ones you really want to be talking to are the ones near Goemon's tenements, his home. Because you may remember all the way back in part 1, the very first part of this playthrough, I was talking to all of the people in his area, and they mentioned that we don't have a neighbor. That Mokube left and he went to Mount Fuji, so we have an empty house, we have an empty place where no one's living. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Someone's moved in! And when you talk to all the people, they will inform you of this. They're moving here! They're moving here! Ooh. Hey, that new person had moved in. I was hoping he'd be a bit more handsome. I think he wants to open a muscle gym and is looking for young people who want to develop their muscles. Hey, Goemon, you ready to go to the gun show? Huh? You ready to go to the gun show? You ready to deliver the gun show to other people? Huh? I'm gonna pump him up. Pump him up. Something fierce, yeah. Bounce, 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 bounce. Ah, I feel dizzy. Okay, Tails, calm down. Also, I figured I'd check out my home to see how the Lord of Japan and Princess Yuki are doing. I hear Kyushu's also having some problems. I'm glad I'm not the Lord of Kyushu. It's gone, buddy. It's gone, but you know. I heard about Kyushu. If other areas of Japan start flying around, there won't be any Japan left. Well, clearly. But don't worry, we'll prevent that from happening. We'll prevent Oedo Town from being sucked into a black, goopy oil thing. I don't know what the hell that was. I just love that aesthetic. I love that N64 games have that weird effect where they can have, like, black, goopy stuff. Because, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that cave level from Super Mario 64, and how, like, you had to jump into a black, goopy puddle in order to get into that cave level with the Loch Ness Monster and stuff. Yeah. Nessie, was it? Lessie, Dessie, Bessie? I don't know. Either way, this guy moved in, and he has a gym here, so... Good of you to come! This is the muscle training gym, where you can train to develop your muscles. Once you're done training here, you'll be able to simply push the metal box. Are you ready to start training? Let me think. Yeah. Okay, so now we got ourselves another mini-game, very similar to when Abysmaru had to collect a whole bunch of treats, a whole bunch of candy in the very tiny cupboard. This one, by far, is the hardest, though. I think compared to Yai's, compared to Sasuke's, compared to Abysmaru's, Goemon has the most tricky one, and there's no, like, cheat way to do it. There's no easy mode. You absolutely have to get this right, and you're going to be doing this for 99 seconds. But here's the gimmick. You got all these weird bulby, bald things that are raising up to the balloons with spikes on their heads, right? And you hit them in order to lower them back down into the hole where they come out from, but you can't just hit them once. Sometimes you need to hit them twice, sometimes you need to hit them 3 times. It really depends how high up they are and how close they are to the balloon, you know? And they rise really, really quickly. I'm surrounded by at least 6 of these things, and I can only move left and right. There's no, like, radar, there's no indicators, there's no heads-up display telling me that, like, oh, look out behind you, the thing behind you is rising up. It's right next to the balloon. It's not going to warn you about that. So you have to constantly keep spinning, keep spinning, keep spinning, and just make sure nothing gets too high, and you don't want to stay on one head too long. You want to move on to the next head because you're going to be wasting precious time. You have to do this for 99 seconds. If the weird baby men actually pop one of the balloons, game over. You have to redo it from the very beginning, and it goes back to the 99-second time limit. So this is going to be pretty long, pretty exhausting, even if I'm not making it look so. Okay, this is where I actually got the hang of it. This is where I've had lots of practice before I started recording. And what I generally do is I throw 2 boxes on one head, move to the next, throw 2 boxes, move to the next, throw 2 boxes, move to the next, throw 2 boxes. And that generally seems to work pretty well, as you're seeing right now. But you gotta keep moving. You gotta make sure that 2 or so boxes are being thrown on a head. And it's not as easy as I made it look. Believe me, you'd have to redo that a million times. The first time I did that, when I was a kid, it took me like an hour. An hour! Maybe I was a stupid kid. This is not the hardest game in the world, but I just remember hating that. Hating it so much and just being like, how do you do this? How do you do this? Oh my god, why? But that's how you do it. Anywho, folks, Goemon is a little bit stronger. He's developed muscles, which means that he can now transform into a Super Saiyan. That's right, he gets all pumped up and his blue hair turns into yellow hair. And this is what happens. He is much stronger when this is on. He has double strength. So enemies that would normally take 2 hits to kill will now take 1 hit to kill. But at the same time, he turns into a bit of a glass cannon because he gets stronger, but his defense gets weaker. So if something hurt you for 1 heart, now it's going to hurt you for 2 hearts. And it wears off after about like 30 seconds, I say. You know, you just noticed it popped off right as I was walking around. You have yellow hair, and then you're just walking around a little bit, and then the blue hair is just back to normal. So it also costs money to activate this form, so if you don't want to waste your cash needlessly, you don't want to turn it on too many times, but yeah, Goemon has a Super Saiyan form. Of course he does. This game's theme song was sung by the guy who sung Chala Ched Chala from Dragon Ball Z. I mean, of course, of course, of course. So yeah, folks, we're going through this gate. We're going to Musashi. And you remember this is where we first encountered Impact, right before we encountered Impact for the first time. Only this time we're heading towards the steel grating. We're heading towards the metal box. Because now we have some newfound power to take advantage of. Really? No! Sorry. I screamed right into the microphone. I should not be doing Dragon Ball impressions. I should not be doing Dragon Ball impressions. Either way, so now we can move metal boxes with Goemon, and I'm not gonna lie, we don't seem to move metal boxes all that much afterwards. There is one set of metal boxes in the final dungeon of the whole entire game, but even those are optional and you don't actually have to move them. But you know, it's something you can do. It's something you can do. But like I said before, I have 1200 Rio, and that is the exact amount I need in order to finish the story. There's one thing I need to do that costs 300 Rio, and there's another thing I need to do that costs 900 Rio. Add them up, that's 1200. And as long as I have 1200 for the rest of the game, I should be able to finish the story no problem. But if you're getting close to the end like I am, make sure you have lots of cash on you, because pretty soon you're going to need to spend some of that. You're going to need to spend some of that. Oh boy. Again, you save money if you're not buying armor and you're not buying food at restaurants, and not that I need to. My health bar is so damn big. My health bar is so goddamn gigantic that I don't need to do it. I'm not even afraid of being a glass cannon, supposedly. Again, these enemies normally would have taken 2 hits. Now they're taking 1. That's how much stronger you get. And, of course, it only applies to Goemon, go figure. It doesn't apply to Ibisumaru or Yai if you switch to them. Shock of shocks, but, you know. Still, it's cool. It also, like, applies to your money. Like, if you're throwing coins, the throw strength is also doubled, so it just feels like, rah! You're throwing those Ryo really, really hard. Especially if they're flaming Ryo. Throwing flaming Ryo while as a Super Saiyan, good lord. Good lord, Goemon. Calm down. Please, have mercy. I have a family. My youngest son is entering college? I don't know. I don't actually have a kid. I'm 32 and I don't have a child. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry at all. I don't think I'm ready to raise a kid. Jesus Christ. There are a lot of people I know who have raised kids in their 20s and stuff. Some people got pregnant in high school, so they weren't even 20 when they first had their kid, and goddamn, I do not envy them. I don't feel like an adult, you know? I do not feel like an adult yet. I can barely take care of myself, and I do not envy people who have to take care of someone else, you know? I get anxious taking care of a cat. I get anxious taking care of a pet. Because then it's like, oh boy, did I get cat food? Did I buy dog food? Did I get this? Did I get that? Oh geez, I gotta walk them. Oh geez, I gotta make sure they're happy. Oh geez. But like babies, you know, they can't talk until they're like 5 or 6. And they're shitting everywhere and you gotta change them and stuff. And I'm not looking forward to it. If you're a parent watching this, I'm sure it's great and it's fantastic. And I can't wait to have kids later. But even though I'm 32, I'm still putting it off for a little bit because I'm just like, I'm not ready. I'm not an adult. I'm not. I mean, I guess I am an adult, but I just don't feel it. I do not feel like an adult. Ugh. My adult imposter syndrome acting up. But either way, folks, we're going to be exploring the new town in part 12. See you then.